Welcome back to the channel. If you're curious about money, investing, and how psychology shapes your financial decisions, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the human side of money, the insights that most investors and advisors don't talk about. Whether you want to grow wealth, invest smarter, or simply understand why money feels so complicated, this video will guide you step by step. Money. It touches everything we do. Some people seem to master it effortlessly. Others spend their lives chasing it. You might think money is just numbers, spreadsheets, or equations waiting to be solved, but the truth is, the most important financial decisions rarely happen in front of a calculator. They happen at home, at the dinner table, influenced by fear, pride, ego, and the stories we carry from our past. Money is more than math, it's human nature, it's a dance between logic and emotion. Between what we know and how we behave, and today, inspired by Morgan Housel's brilliant book The Psychology of Money, we're diving into the strange, often overlooked, deeply human side of money. Every one of us has a financial DNA, a mix of upbringing, culture, and personal experience. Where you grew up, what your parents earned, and what they valued about money shapes everything you do. Take the stock market, for example. If you were born in 1970, your teenage and young adult years coincided with nearly a tenfold rise in the S&P 500. You probably see investing as powerful and optimistic. If you were born in 1950, your youth saw a stagnant market. You're naturally more cautious. Those from the 1960s grew up amid high inflation. Rising prices left a lasting impression, and people born in 1990 experienced low inflation, so the impact may feel distant or abstract. Your perspective is your reality. We justify decisions based on what feels normal in the context of our lives. And even if those decisions seem wrong from the outside, they make perfect sense to us in the moment. As Housel puts it, people do some crazy things with money. But no one is crazy. Our actions are always rational. To the world we live in. Section 2, The Quiet Power of Compounding. Warren Buffett is a household name. But the staggering truth is, most of his wealth came after he turned 65. The secret? He started early. Investing from the age of 10 gave him decades to harness the power of compounding. Here's how compounding works: invest $1,000 at 8%. After 1 year, you earn $80. Next year, your interest isn't just on $1,000, it's on $1,080. That $86.40 is money earned on your money. Over decades, this snowball grows into something unimaginable. Imagine if Buffett had spent his 20s traveling, buying cars, or living luxuriously. Even with his legendary 22% returns, he'd be worth $12 million today, still wealthy, but a tiny fraction of the $84.5 billion he actually has. The lesson is simple: time beats brilliance. Even Jim Simons, who earns 66% returns annually, has far less wealth than Buffett simply because he started investing later. Compounding isn't flashy. But over time, it becomes unstoppable. Section 3, Why we gravitate toward pessimism. We all have a bias toward pessimism. Bad news grabs attention. Good news often goes unnoticed. A 40% market drop over 6 months dominates headlines, but a 140% rise over 6 years? Barely noticed. Slow progress is invisible, even when it's life-changing. Medicine saves 500,000 American lives each year, yet sudden tragedies like plane crashes get all the attention. Housel reminds us, good things take time. Money grows slowly, economies recover gradually, and long-term investing requires patience. The news may scream doom, but historically, things improve. Section 4, Luck, Risk, and the Stories We Forget. In 1968, 300 million teenagers roamed the planet. Only 300 attended a school in Seattle with access to a computer, one student. Bill Gates. Another. Paul Allen. Together, they created Microsoft, but a third, Kent Evans, equally talented, tragically died in a mountaineering accident. Luck gave some an advantage. Risk took it from others. Housel compares luck and risk to wind and waves. The sailor controls the sails, but the sea controls the journey, we control effort. Luck and risk control outcomes. Recognizing this helps us approach money, and life, with humility. Section 5, The Key to Happiness, Control over your. Many chase money thinking it will buy happiness, but Housel says, the key to happiness is the ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want. Time is the ultimate dividend. A bigger salary, a fancier house, or a more prestigious job cannot replace the freedom to spend your life as you choose. Wealth without control of time is like filling a bucket with a hole. The water, or happiness, will keep leaking out. Section 6, Tail Events, The Hidden Drivers of Success. Consider Heinz Berggruen, a legendary art collector. He didn't buy every masterpiece. Most of his acquisitions were ordinary. But a few, like works by Picasso or Matisse, created massive wealth. This is the principle of long-tail outcomes. A small fraction of events drives most results. Amazon is another example. Prime and AWS compensated for dozens of failed experiments, including the Fire phone. Jeff Bezos understands, failure is fine, as long as the few successes are extraordinary. In investing, Warren Buffett picked nearly 500 stocks, but roughly 10 created the bulk of his fortune. Success isn't about being right all the time, it's about letting the few right choices matter most. Section 7, True Wealth versus Richness. Being rich is visible, fast cars, luxury homes, flashy lifestyles. True wealth is invisible, it's money saved, invested, and left untouched. It's discipline, restraint, and patience. You can borrow a Lamborghini, but you can't borrow true wealth. The secret isn't earning more, it's not spending what you have. Section 8, The Real Price of Investing. Investing comes with a cost: volatility, emotional swings, uncertainty. Housel compares it to buying a car: new car high price, high reward; used car lower price, lower reward; stealing a car attempting to get reward without paying. Trying to game the stock market is like stealing the car. You avoid the real price. And usually pay in losses. Accepting the emotional and financial cost is crucial. Long-term rewards always come with an admission fee. Section 9, Hedonic Treadmills, Knowing when enough is enough. We constantly move the goalposts. More money, bigger house, fancier lifestyle. Bernie Madoff and others already had everything. Yet still craved more. Without knowing enough, happiness remains elusive. Recognizing limits is just as important as chasing wealth. Conclusion/takeaway. Money is more human than mathematical. Our financial choices are shaped by upbringing, psychology, luck, risk, and time. The lesson: financial success isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about understanding yourself, mastering your behavior, and letting time and compounding work in your favor. Control your time, embrace patience, recognize tail events, and know when enough is enough. Do that, and the money, and the peace of mind, will follow. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of money, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on investing, wealth, and personal finance, and comment below, what's one financial habit you're trying to master this year? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of money, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on investing, wealth, and personal finance, and comment below, what's one financial habit you're trying to master this year?